Hi there, my cute anabolic heroes and elite athletes. Today I'm going to talk about an insane fat-burning drug which was actually designed for horses, but women took it too. Seriously. It's mostly used and abused by those hot and sexy chicks you see on Instagram with six-packs and a ripped body instead of a toned body. Yes, today we're going to eat Clen. I mean Clenbuterol. When people think of anabolic steroids, they think of huge increases in strength, size, and muscle mass. While there's plenty of steroids out there that do indeed allow people to make those changes to their physiques, there are also steroids that act very differently. That's why today we're going to be looking at what is a Clenbuterol cycle. We all know how difficult it is to burn fat and lose weight. But did you know that certain steroids out there can potentially help you to get ripped and shredded, such as helmet strubble? Clen is one of those steroids, which is why we're going to focus on it today. Remember, losing body fat is a hard process at the best of times, especially when you have less to lose. For bodybuilders struggling with those last few stubborn pounds, those last few pounds could be the difference between a first place finish or the last place finish. You obviously want to look as ripped and shredded as possible, which is why Clen could be the perfect steroid for you. Clenbuterol is very effective, it's easy to come by, and if you follow our guide on what is Clenbuterol, it's easy to use. We are going to look at what this drug is, what it does, side effects, cycle info, dosage info, PCT, and much more besides. So if you're ready, pull up a chair and get comfortable. And let's find out more about Clenbuterol. What is Clen? Clenbuterol is one of the most popular fat-burning components available on the underground market. It's a beta-2 agonist that's very similar in structure and effectiveness to other stimulating drugs on the market, including ephedrine, which in itself now is a banned substance. Not surprisingly, this drug wasn't created primarily for physique-enhancing purposes. It was created for medicinal purposes and was designed to be a drug used by veterinarians. It was created to function as a bronchodilator to help clear the airways. It was even prescribed to asthmatic people to help them breathe easier. Clenbuterol is currently available in a number of different forms. It's found in capsule form, it can be injected, it's found in inhaler, and there's even Clen syrups that you can swallow just as you would cough medicine. Its active life is approximately 68 hours, whereas the half-life is around 36 hours. When it comes to contest prep or cutting in general, Clenbuterol and Winstrol are the two steroids of choice for bodybuilders. It strips fat away like never before while helping to preserve muscle mass. Not only does Clen help to burn body fat, but it also preserves lean muscle tissue. Many people don't realize that Clenbuterol also serves as a powerful decongestant, which means that it serves as a blood thinner and helps to thin the blood. When you combine this with the fact that it also widens the blood vessels as it serves as a bronchodilator, you can see that this can assist with athletic performance. While it was initially designed to treat asthma in horses, it was eventually found that it acted like a powerful stimulant that helped to shred body fat. It increases core body temperature and stimulates the central nervous system as well as the heart. It's also a beta-2 agonist, as we mentioned, which means that it is the exact polar opposite of a beta blocker, which slows everything down. Clenbuterol for weight loss. As you can probably tell by now, Clen is a compound that is utilized primarily by people looking to lose weight and burn fat. But how exactly does Clenbuterol assist with fat loss? Well, we'll do our best to explain it right now. You see, Clen is a beta-2 adrenergic receptor, and so it mimics the effects of adrenaline in the body. This, in turn, results in the production of a compound known as CAMP, or CAMP, which is a form of ATP that helps increase energy levels. In turn, an enzyme known as protein kinase is also increased. This helps to regulate fat and glucose metabolism, and so your body becomes more efficient at burning fat and converting it into energy. So Clenbuterol helps to burn body fat and use it for energy to get you through your workouts. This means that it is literally a win-win situation for anybody trying to lose fat and improve their performance in the gym. Benefits of Clenbuterol. Right, so you now know what Clenbuterol is, so now it's time to take a look at what it can do for you in the gym and your physique in general. We're now going to take a look at some of the key benefits of Clenbuterol usage. 1. Promotes fat loss. Firstly, if you're familiar with Clenbuterol, you'll know right off the bat that Clen is a fact primarily used for burning fat in the world of bodybuilding. Clen provides thermogenic effects on the body as a result of its stimulating properties on both the heart and your central nervous system. This is why it's a thermogenic compound, because it boosts your core body temperature. Once your core temp increases, the body will be forced to work harder to regulate it, and in order to do so, it will be forced to burn off more calories in order to generate more energy. But where does the energy come from? Well, it comes from calories found in your body's own fat stores. The body stores fat as an emergency energy source for use when the body requires additional energy for various reasons. Clen ramps up the metabolism faster than ever before and kicks everything into higher gear so that you're able to burn more calories, lose fat, and generate more energy as a result. 2. Improved athletic performance. Steroids are known as performance-enhancing drugs, or PEDs for short. Clen is a very effective performance enhancer, as it has been found to help increase athletic performance, but how? Well, to begin with, it boosts the metabolism so you generate more energy as you burn fat and lose weight. Clen also serves as a decongestant and bronchodilator, which thins the blood and helps dilate the blood vessels. This dilation and thinner blood mean that more oxygenated blood can pass through the blood vessels and be transported around the body and delivered to your cells, which will eagerly utilize this as a source of energy. The more energy your cells have, including those in the muscles, the harder the muscles can work, which means that you will get more from your workout. 3. Improved physical and psychological energy. Whereas it's important to have plenty of energy while you're exercising, it's also very important to have heaps of psychological energy as well. Clenbuterol side effects. We've looked at the good, and now it's time to look at the bad. Clenbuterol is a drug that must be respected and used as instructed, and even then, there are still certain risks associated with it. Here's a look at some of the main Clenbuterol side effects that users should be wary of. Number 1. Heart risks. As mentioned, Clenbuterol is a very powerful stimulant, and because of this, it does pose very significant risks to a person's cardiovascular health. Stimulants increase a person's heartbeat, which means that the heart is put under more pressure. Now, if you have a healthy heart, the risk is reduced, but it's still there. If you suffer from heart issues, however, it's recommended for you to not take Clenbuterol, as it could potentially result in a heart attack, which could be fatal. 2. Anxiety. When people drink too much coffee, because of the caffeine, it can cause shaking and anxiety. Clenbuterol, however, is far more powerful than coffee, so again, it can result in severe shakes and anxiety. If you already suffer from anxiety, using Clen is a big risk because it would likely exacerbate the condition and make it even worse. 3. Sweating. As mentioned, Clenbuterol works primarily by raising the body's core temperature. This means that its thermogenic action results in your warming up and feeling hot. This in turn can lead to abnormal and sometimes profuse sweating, both during the day and at night. Night sweats on Clen are very bad, so you may wish to consider sleeping with the AC cranked way up. In the winter, you will likely sweat on Clen, but during the summer, you'll feel hotter than ever. 4. Headaches and shaking. Again, because of the stimulating effects of Clen, people are likely to shake and feel jittery when using this drug. On top of that, however, it's also common to suffer from headaches. One key reason for this is because of dehydration. Because you sweat so profusely on Clen, you obviously lose a lot of water and a lot of electrolytes. This basically means that you suffer from dehydration, and a common side effect of dehydration is a headache. To compensate for this, make sure you are constantly sipping on water throughout the day when on a Clen cycle. Clenbuterol cycle. Speaking of Clen cycles, here's a brief look at a common yet very popular cycle for you to try if you are serious about using this drug. Day 1, 20 micrograms. Day 2, 40 micrograms. Day 3, 60 micrograms. Day 4, 80 micrograms. Day 5, 100 micrograms. Day 6, 120 micrograms. Day 7, 120 micrograms. Break this into 2 doses of 60 micrograms each. Day 8, 120 micrograms. Take this normally. Day 9, 100 micrograms. Take this preferably before the evening. Here's an example. 5 p.m. at the latest. Day 10, 80 micrograms. Day 11, 60 micrograms. Day 12, 40 micrograms. Day 13, 20 micrograms. Take 2 weeks off and begin the cycle at 80 micrograms per day, working up to 140 micrograms per day, and then back down over 2 weeks. Clenbuterol dosage. So just to be clear and to ensure that there's no confusion when it comes to Clenbuterol dosages, it's important to pyramid up and then pyramid down. You begin at 20 and work up to 120 micrograms after a week and then back down. You then take 2 weeks off and begin at 80 and work up to 140 micrograms after a week in 20 microgram increments and then back down again. Is Clenbuterol legal? In the United Kingdom and the USA and many other countries worldwide, Clen is not illegal. This means that it is not a banned substance and that it's perfectly legal to use, right? Wrong. Oh no, here we go. Nothing's ever simple, is it? In the UK and Canada, you can purchase Clen if it's for personal use. It is, however, illegal to purchase it in bulk with the intention of selling it on to others. If you are caught buying in bulk with the intention of selling it, you will be prosecuted as a drug dealer and you could face jail time. In the USA, Clen is not even approved for personal use. You can buy it as long as it's for veterinary purposes, that is all. It is not legal nor approved for health, fitness, or personal use. And if caught, you will be fined and you could be prosecuted. We won't talk about legality in every country worldwide because we'd be here all day. Generally, however, Clen is only approved for veterinary purposes. The FDA has this product listed as a banned substance if used for dietary purposes. Is PCT required? When using steroids, it doesn't matter whether you run something mild like Anavar or something incredibly powerful like Decadurable. PCT is always required. PCT stands for post-cycle therapy, and it's something that you want to run once your steroid cycle has ended. Now, Clen isn't a steroid, but it can still result in muscle wastage and organ damage if you're not careful. And if you're looking for some steroid alternatives that work, Clenbuterol can be a good choice for you for men or for women. Many therefore say that PCT on Clenbuterol cycle alone isn't needed, although you should still use organ-supporting supplements like milk thistle and hawthorn berry extract. If you're stacking it with steroids, however, then you will need a PCT, which will likely come from Clomid or Nolvadex.